It's Jose here with swagacademy.com, and today I'm going to break down what I believe to be the foundation of a great relationship. And before I even jump into these, I want to ask you, what do you think the foundation might be? Is it fun? Is it romance? Is it affection? Or even generosity? Before we get started, I want you to drop it in the comment box below and just write down 1 or 2 or 3 things that you think might be the foundation to a relationship. And I'm going to tell you this, all those examples that I just listed, I believe are important components of a healthy relationship, but I don't believe them to be the foundation. And I came up with 4 specifically that I'm going to list, and I want you to think of them as pillars, because pillars essentially are the foundation of a building or a structure. So these, for me personally, are the foundation, and upon that you can build on top of and add all the other things that I just mentioned, and probably a bunch more that you guys can think of as well. So drop them in the comment box below and we'll get a nice little list going. But let's get right into it. I'm going to give you the 4 pillars or foundation of a strong relationship. So number 1 is love, and as I'm going through these, I'm going to tell you what I believe they look like as well in my experience, in my opinion. And again, feel free to agree or disagree, but for me, what love looks like is it comes in the form of sacrifice, right? It's not something that's just a warm, tingly feeling when we get butterflies in our stomach and we feel lovey-dovey. For me, love is proven through the sacrifices that we make for our partner, somebody that we care about. So that's the short definition for me. Obviously, we could spend hours and hours talking about love, but we're not going to do that. The second one that I want to talk about is respect, which is extremely important. I think you would agree. And for me, respect comes in all shapes and sizes, but it really narrows down into 2 things. And that's the actions you take and the words that you speak, and specifically to your partner, how you build them up and the affirmations and how you encourage them, and do your actions reflect that? That is a true sign of how much you respect or lack of respect for them. So that one is huge for me. That's the second pillar. The third pillar is loyalty. And I think that goes without saying that when we're with somebody, we're in a committed relationship, we need to be loyal to them. That's the expectation, I think, both ways. And that comes obviously by being faithful, but also within that umbrella of loyalty is trust. And I think you would agree that trust is absolutely huge in any relationship, something that once it's broken, very difficult to get back, if at all. So loyalty is absolutely huge. And before I get to the last one, I just want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel, support me, help me put out this amazing content that I have so much fun doing and putting together for you guys. So if it brings you any value, subscribe right now and I will keep putting it out. The fourth and final pillar that I have is commitment. And I think the same thing, when you're not fully committed to somebody or a relationship, it's only going to go so far and it's only going to last so long. So for me, what commitment looks like is devotion, right? When you're devoted to somebody, no different than you could be devoted to a passion or a career or a hobby that you're fully invested in. It's what you put into it. There's a famous quote by Tony Robbins that says, where attention goes, energy flows. And I believe this is the same to be true in a relationship. So when you're committed to a relationship and to an individual, you're going to commit to them, and that's going to require energy and time and attention. So that's pretty much it. I was thinking, as a bonus, and this one almost made the list, but not quite. I think a lot of you guys would agree that communication would also be a big one. And yeah, definitely something that can start building on top of the foundations. I didn't feel that it was as strong of a pillar as the other 4, that for me personally, those are must-haves. You absolutely must, in order for a relationship to be sustainable and for the longevity and for it to be, incollapsible. Those are the 4 pillars, in my opinion. You can then build communication and a bunch of other ones. So again, drop your comments below if you have more items on the list, but that's my list, and I hope you got something out of it. I will see you in the next video.